I'll move some of her paperwork out of the way so there isn't just blood everywhere. It's like, there you go. Yeah. Adjusting it like it's a freaking shitty cinema. Okay. Get rid of there. And DM, I will use my ability to converse with undead. So I get the speak with dead ability.
Okay.
And yes, whoever answers gets equal to half my cleric level. So 2 questions. So I'll start calling the spirit of this undead person to this room.
After a moment, after focusing your concentration on the head of the deceased cleric, its eyes slide open, appearing almost dead beyond you, glassed over with the kind of cataracts of the deceased only have.
As my just hand is like controlling out, I look to Anil Quay and the Goblin Master. And so he'll answer any question that he knows truthfully. So, gotta step back.
Quay will kind of look towards the guild mistress. Any idea what should be asked?
Figured I would leave that to you.
I might have 2. And she'll step forward to the table and look over the head.
He's just kind of staring up vacantly.
So that creepy
yeah,
it
doesn't have a neck to turn your direction, so yeah.
Cruiser's just adjusted like an old TV, so it's facing her.
She shudders slightly.
It's okay, we got the signal now.
Who is it that you serve?
Its jaw kind of almost like it's trying to form its words. And after a moment, the dry rasp of the voice. The Lord of Shadows.
The Lord of Shadows? Does that sound familiar to me? Ring any bells?
Give me religion.
I was now about to ask the same question, Dion.
You said religion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
9.
Krizo is not familiar to you.
Yeah, he sounds like a bitch.
14?
Nelliqua, you've heard your father. It takes a moment to recall, but you do remember some of the teachings of your father about the prescribed battle that created the foundations at Eleril. And there was legend that a dragon of shadow fell from one of the moons and was referred to as Lord of Shadow.
And she'll still not looking away from this head thing. Where did you send all those people?
Once again, its jaw kind of it's almost unbearable to even watch this gruesome display. His jaw kind of pops a moment. Is it almost with after Krizo turning his head, kind of the lost refuge.
The Lost Refuge?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a name that sounds familiar to this area?
Give a history if you like.
Oh boy.
Am I able to do one as well?
Since you're not from this, it's not even going to mean anything to you.
Oi, that
That's
is
one of the things that was the reason I was asking.
Yeah. No, Krizo has no clue.
I'll give a kind of confused look to the guild mistress.
She kind of just shakes her head, kind of letting you saying that in no words that she's never heard of it either.
And that is our two questions.
And
As I kind of grab the head and I'll like grasp the spirit. May my mistress judge you fair for your crimes. As I'll send it towards the river. So
Well, this Lord of Shadows, if I remember my lessons correctly, refers to a shadow dragon from the creation. One that fell from the moon.
the dragon has like the ones with the big flappy wings and they breathe stuff out of their mouths.
She shifts a little bit, shifting her wings. Yes, Krizo. Dragons.
But the Grizzle don't know really know, but why would they want people?
That's who he serves. It's not saying that this is an actual dragon somewhere. This is more of a godlike entity than a
quick,
dragon, I believe.
you and Grizo see the golden mistress kind of hold up her hand for a moment, please. And she reaches on her desk and picks up a small bell and rings it. And you guys, you've seen the runners pretty much in and out. One comes in and she, the cleric that was just here, go ahead and fetch her real quick. I have some questions.
For us, DM, for the lizard folk, if we ever took anyone captive, it was either because to use them as a slave or dinner.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
I looked, say, if that is the case, and with all the mind gobbledygook that they were trying to do, then maybe they want servants under their control, or do not think they have the lizard folk way of tastes, I should say.
Well, whatever it is, it can't be good.
Usually wanting people that are not going to be missed is not good in any way.
You remember that thing that we found in Lighthouse? That big, creepy, like, evil thing that was eating the kids.
I remember.
If it's just call this thing like the one with shadows and is taking who knows how many people. This could be the bad omen.
I'm no scholar of religious nature, but to me that doesn't sound like what my personal experience, priest of Ilis would do.
No.
Far fetched.
No, it was not the priests of Ilis. They were using the temple as a front. There are worshippers of Ilis in the temple that did not appear to know what was going on.
Mistress did say to me when Grizel took out the mantle of Doomguide, she did say something about the black dragon, ones that walk in shadows, be known as despair. If what you say about dragon and flapping and what Mistress has been bringing up, I believe this may be something of the key of what Mistress is pointing towards.
The question is, do they mean it as they literally walk in shadows? Or is it a metaphor? Because I can tell you of another that walks in shadows that can easily be mistaken.
Grizel do not know many things walk in shadow as do in light. This is things that we, during my path, you will find out. If we find out any more information, Guildmaster, should we just inform you or the Rangers?
Well, we'll use this as a central point to collect our information.
He like claps his head as like a light bulb comes on and says, Oh, Grizel knows way how to go and send you messages. Grizel, very good about that. Contact you every day if we find something important.
You do that, Grizel.
And now I have invented spam mail in this game.
Yay.
Ending.
Already the person you're trying to reach is more available.
Can you hang up on a sending spell?
They're gonna try.
They will find a way.
Kreezigel's gonna try to do that 90s phone booth trick and get his sending quarterback.
They will try to invent a way to star 69. Is that all you two are doing right now?
After that,
Yeah,
I
I
would
think
return
with
to the tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, huddled in a cloak, return to the tavern to find the others and hope nobody casts freaking daylight again.
You know what? That sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem. I got a split freaking headache. And I'm probably partially blind right now.
Well, you guys go ahead and go over to Dietrich and Pritchard. What do you?
So there I was. We were about to storm this hill, right? And we come down, and a horse with a guy on it comes up to Dietrich, comes up the hill, and he says, "Hold up! Can't do the battle." And we're like, "Why not? We're ready." So I says to the guy, you better get off the horse now and tell me what's up." So he gets off the horse. And Dietrich, you know what he said to me? He said
What?
they're sleeping. You can't kill people that are sleeping.
Wait, who was sleeping?
The enemies. The enemies. But, so, we did the raid anyway, but like an hour later. And it turns out, they were sleeping. That was a test. I'm not really that drunk. I've had 3 fingers of whiskey, Dietrich.
He kind of like blinks one eye, blinks the next, looks at you. Oh, I'm wait, was the guy a centaur or a man?
No, he was a human on a horse. But the
Oh.
point is, the moral of the story is, don't get caught sleeping. You might be lying on your back.
He just kind of looks up into space.
Did I give you that gold I found? I think I did, right?
Yeah.
Luke says back, yeah. You're
Uh-huh.
hungry. We should get some food.
Yeah. I mean, they'll give us food. I buy food all the time. The waitress is mean, though. She always rolls her eyes when I give her compliments.
You ever get stopped to consider that it's how you say the compliments? Like, oh, let's do a test run. Let's call her over, order some food, compliment her, and I'll pay really close attention. And if you fuck up anything, I'll tell you what she did wrong, and maybe next time around you can fix it. How's that sound? All right, good. Beatrice!
After a moment, she comes over. Yes, can I help you?
Can you please bring over food-wise, whatever's on the menu, really just for lunch, dinner? I'm honestly not really sure what time of day it is right now. I'm tired and hungry.
Smoked eel thing. You made it for before. You made it before for me.
Smoked eel?
Yes. I think.
Thank you.
Richard, give me a... Takes her order and walks over.
Sure. How do I have to... What? I literally clicked my... I clicked my sheet, and it showed Roll20 again and said I needed to log in. What? I'm logged in. Hi, I'm Roll20 and I'm drunk. What is this? All right, here we go. Perception. I think I clicked it. Give it a second.
Something is I think I know why you're trying to perceive something.
16.
Yep, you notice something very... It stands out on her left hand.
No. Yeah. So, Dietrich,
Uh-huh.
I think I know why she's ignoring or perhaps a little deterred by your advances.
Okay.
You know when one man loves a woman and a woman loves that man and they want to get married?
Yeah.
You know how they put things on their fingers?
Wait, that's how you have sex?
No. Wait, have you never... We gotta fix that.
You can see that he smiles, goes like, I understand what marriage is.
She's married, moron.
Oh.
But I understands marriage. Didn't look on the fucking hand first before you catcalled her.
I mean, who looks at the hands?
Pun intended. I do. One of the most admirable features on a lady.
You're fucking weird.
Mostly, it's just so I make sure. Well, before I met my lovely woman, you look at the hands first, because if there's a ring attached and you're in the wrong spot, you might turn around to a fist coming your way.
Huh.
After a while, she does return with the smoked eel platters and a couple of tankards of...
Looking around a little bit more if I can. I'll roll another perception if you'd like me to, but Is there another waitress on duty as well?
There's, you guys have been here, and there's
Yeah.
about two.
Do all of them have rings on their fingers, or is she the only one?
Well, I mean, she's the only one close enough that you can tell.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
I'm going to eat the
That's
smoked ELDM and kind of shoot down the whiskey. Again, look, they're taking a long time. Do you think they're getting chewed out?
Who's taking a long time?
Can't think straight.
Drink the strongest stuff ever?
I mean, I did pass out twice. We were in prison for I don't know how long. Killed a lot of people. I'm tired. Probably why.
I literally got the shit kicked out of me by no less than 3 different guards. Drug under nasty ass water by a giant something. Attempted mind control mumbo jumbo.
Oh, I wanted to say something to you on that point. You know, when we fought the priest and you fell down instantly when he touched you? Yeah, you're really shit at fighting that day.
Yeah. You know the thing, though, too? I didn't see you most of those fights. Where were you, cowering behind a wall?
Nope, I was being tactical. You know, they wanted me in close, and they couldn't shoot for shit. They kept firing arrows and arrows and arrows and arrows and arrows and missing. So, you know, I used that against them. I would fade in and out, attack them, go away. It was really ineffective. The priest ran away due to my awe-inspiring tactics.
Pritchard's very insightful. Can I insight the fuck out of him?
Sure.
I am actually telling the truth. They cannot aim for shit, and Gunnel can verify that.
I picture it one of two ways, as if it had been a successful insight. Pritchard would have probably flashed back to all the other times where they were probably in combat, and he was getting shot out and could not see fucking Dietrich. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, actually, I take that back. It must have been the blood in my eyes. I remember you up on the forefront of combat, dodging everything.
Uh-huh. He takes another bite of his smoked eel. Yeah, this is really good. We should take some on the road with us.
Yeah, hold up. Moves a bit of his fur, reveal a cut. Can I get another? Poured some whiskey on a big old gash.
Oh, we got so many of those. Oh, I just realized I'm dirty.
I stopped counting at like 7.
Yeah.
I can count higher than 7. I just didn't care to count higher.
Really? I thought that's what I was for.
Counting or not caring.
You guys have been drinking. Both of y'all go ahead and make me call.
Yep.
Honestly, as fucked as he got in all that combat, I would, 100%, man. You tired as hell and you start drinking hard shit?
That's a natural.
You're kind of at that drunk level where you're kind of having to look at Pritchard with one eye closed, but you're still maintaining. Richard, you're just about to say something and you face plant into your smoke deal.
That's not the only thing hard face on your thing. Oh god, what the fuck?
And it's about this time that an eloquent increase will come in.
There is
a Dietrich kind of swaying in his seat, and Pritchard is taking a nap in his plate.
Seeing an eloquent being so slow. It cannot wait till I need a quay. I desire food.
The moment they
she
enter.
she wouldn't have the strength to break away from you, so when you grabbed her arm, you got hold of her. Unless she shocked you.
It's like dragging an excited kid to a candy store. It's like going over to like the tavern, and it's just like complete bugged eye looking at all like the meats being cooked.
just kind of sees Dietrich and Pritchard over there and just sighs and looking around. Actually, no, they were staying at the Iron Circle, so they're not here. You know what? I'll look around anyway. Is the person that Pritchard probably should have gone to see first in this tavern?
No, she's not.
Okay.
When I see them, DM, I lift my glass, go, "Hey, victorious friends, come take a seat."
Hang on, Clayson has very important business. I go to the bar and I look for the nearest person who works here. Give food now, please, lords.
What would you like?
He just looks at like the rotisserie going on, probably with like chickens and beef. That looks at the like a dwarf and he's hovering his finger. Do we set those?
He looks over the dwarf. No.
We need to update your menu sometime. One that they think that you are serving.
Hey.
Oh, also, that very nice drink that you gave Chris last time. Big jug of that. I think it was like the equivalent to like a fireball.
Yeah.
Or like whiskey they had him.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting on like the bar stool like a dog waiting for like a treat. As his just tail is wagging.
So he turns around and goes to the rotisserie, pulls off a whole chicken, puts it on a platter, looks back at you, cuts off like a huge, basically big chunk like a rump roast, throws it on the platter, throws a whole loaf of bread on there, some veggies, and pours about what would be a pony keg worth of whiskey.
Okay. I look to him and it's like, how much?
3 gold.
Yeah. I'll flick him an extra on. I'll flick him 4 gold. As I am stuffing my face as I'm making my way over to Dietrich Pritchard. And no restraint on drinking that whiskey. Just taking it like water.
Yeah, about halfway there. Go ahead and give me.
Oh, that's going to be great. As you know, Krizo is the most heartiest of all of us, and I expect another to one. That's a 10, though.
You're starting to feel it, man.
I accidentally sit at the wrong table.
Where you thought there was like 1 chicken, there's about 4.
Oh my god, he filled up my plate so much. I love this man. Wait. Okay, Dietrich, do you have triplets?
What? As you hear from behind you.
There are so many kitty cats in the room.
Those aren't cats.
You're not a cat?
Now, wait, go ahead and give me a as you see where Rizzo's looking.
Oh,
Staring
God.
at a fucking wall.
Actually, I should probably do this at disadvantage, huh?
No, because it's in the tavern room. Really.
Okay.
Gems. Holy
My head
God.
hurts.
Another natural
Daylight
one, maybe?
spell, my head hurts.
natural one. Yeah, you're not sure what the hell he's looking at.
Back to the I guess bartender there and ask for probably a much smaller portion and some like a light honeyed wine.
Yeah. After a while, waitress brings you out. It's like maybe a quarter of a chicken.
And she'll kind of just sit there and watch these. First, she'll check on Pritchard and make sure he's not going to suffocate on his food.
You've never seen a cooked eel move, but every time he snores out, it like flutters like it's in water. A little disconcerting, but it's amusing at the same time.
Something she definitely has not seen before, to her recollection.
But you can tell that he is breathing just fine.
So he's not in risk of
drowning,
choking on his food or anything like that. Okay.
And is
Yeah,
that red sauce or blood?
I like his wife a little too much to let him suffocate on this food, so.
That'd be an awkward death save.
And she'll just sit there and kind of pick at her food and knowing she needs to eat but not having the appetite from the headache and hoping the little bit of wine will help. And just watch the other three as they get drunk. Well,
What, you
one
at the
sleeps and the
table,
other
or am I just sitting with someone else?
This guy look at. I don't know what he's. What is he talking about? Cats. He's not even talking to us. He's talking to. What, that family looks completely terrified.
Actually, Dietrich, go ahead and give me a perception that, since you are kind of inebriated.
Is it a family on vacation?
First
Oh
70.
my God.
Don't know where Krizo went. You can hear him, but you can't see him. He's disappeared.
And then that is when boom, Kriza sent him flying with his head up. There was blood and guts everywhere. My mistress appreciated so much.
Wait, is Krizo a ghost? Oh no, he's haunting me.
What do you mean a ghost? She's just sitting there kind of head down in her hand, rubbing her at her forehead.
But I can hear Krizo, yet he's nowhere to be seen.
And the you look a little different. You have why do you have 4 boobies and a beard?
You look like
She's
Ghost.
gonna peek an eye open and look around.
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh my
Really?
God!
That one, double that one.
You have just the pain in your head is like too much. You're like, oh.
Wait, Krizo has heard about these.
Tugs the hood of her cloak down a little bit more and.
Anilque, do you have moobs? Krizo has heard of these before.
After a moment, Krizo, the human that's in armor and got a long sword strap, kind of not threateningly grabs you by the arm and says, "I think you're at the wrong table, sir."
You look a lot. You've been working out a little bit more, Dietrich. Ooh, you're winning something. This is. And then just realizes the table and he's being probably shoved to the side. Oh, now you're here. Wait, what happened to your armor?
What?
You have twins.
That poor halfling family.
What?
As he starts drinking more. It's just whiskey. This is good shit, by the way.
I noticed.
So, this is we did good today. We've got no temple for my mistress Emil. No worshippers will be coming flourishing. We now know what to do next, and then soon we find Krizo's people, bring them all here and have a big party.
Wait, what are we doing next?
We find Krizo's people, of course.
Oh, yeah.
We should show you a little folk tradition. Wait.
I don't want to eat anybody.
Actually, that might be awkward. We might need to actually grab one of the tools or something as like a peace offering. Something a little bit of tribute. It'd be fine.
I don't think I can do that. I think my sword might chop off my balls if I do that.
Oh, Anilque, where are you? There's 6 of you. I've got a genius idea. You know the barbecue sauce.
Yes, Frizo, I know about your barbecue sauce.
What if we get many tubs for my people and show them the greatest gift this world has to offer?
I don't think we have a way of moving that much barbecue sauce.
Nonsense. We all have arms.
Well, here's something first. Let's find your people, and then you can have some delivered to them.
They deliver that.
I'm sure we can find somebody that would be willing to drop it off somewhere, and your people could come grab it.
They don't know this boon.
If you do that, they'll have dinner and sauce. The poor
That's why I
delivery
said
guy.
drop it off somewhere, and they could come and get it.
Oh yeah, they might want to leave it somewhere. Otherwise, they might think the delivery boy is like part of the pre-order or something.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall to see that. Some man running through the jungle with 40 Creasels following him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're good at deterring people. But we can have our customs, and we show you the great things that we have to offer, like a hut, our fine cooking, nice meals. DM, is there actually anything of like real note in like Kreeser's village? Do we have anything of great interest to us?
Well, I mean, you're kind of lizard folk are kind of they move around a lot, so it's kind of like
Nomadic.
They're very nomadic,
yeah. Wait, I tell you what, Kreeser's people like to move a lot, so the greatest gift of all is the vista around us.
That might be fun.
Kreeser gets to introduce you all to everyone. They're going to enjoy you.
Wait. Enjoy us how?
What? No, not in bad way. Do not worry. Although I got to let you know one little secret. Do not tell anyone, though. The Kreeser told you this as he gets real close. Unfortunately, they're not as smart as Kreeser. Don't worry, though. This is why Kreeser is brains of operation. Keeps them all in line.
If you keep them all in line, Krizo, then why are you here and not keeping them in line?
If you've ever seen a lizard folk like blue screen in real life, that's pretty much what's happening right now.
Kreezer's
You hear the dial-up sound out of your ears.
Just brrr, and that's actually just coming out of his mouth. It's just a long burp.
Go ahead, sorry.
She gets to the point. She'll stand after she's kind of probably eaten about half of what's on the plate. In regards to that, depending on when we're going to be leaving, I think I should retire for the and so take probably the last little swig of what the is left in the wine glass. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to retire for the evening and hopefully be fit to travel by morning.
A note, but as you're getting up with your chair making any floor sounds, Richard's just going, yeah, that's where we stormed the hill. Right back into the plate.
Good night.
She
There's
just
a cat
sighs
spam
and shakes her
dying
head.
on him.
Sure.
And
You'll be fine.
Have fun at the circle. Don't let the lizard-born lady find you at night. She's mean.
oh, I don't think she was mean, Dietrich.
Oh, is that the one that wanted to do the boom and the chakra and the lakas?
As
I
she's,
had to squeeze through a small window to get away from her first time.
as she's walking away, she stops maybe 5 feet and she's gonna glance over her shoulder. You know, I could always send her your way, Dietrich. And she'll continue walking.
Oh, but yet Kreeser could go and get that. You know what? This is the party. Kreeser should go and get that. Wait right here.
No.
PM,
No.
I'm gonna go find Lady Vi.
Okay.
No.
Krizo,
Krizo, no.
as you get this brilliant idea and you stand up, go ahead and give me a deck save.
And Krizo,
At disadvantage.
Krizo got 9%. What is it, 14? Oh.
You stumble over a chair, but you're like, oh.
The clever trick. And yeah, with a drunk lizard folk going out in town.
As he leaves him, I'll be like, I hope he doesn't pee on any guards, and I'll pass out.
Krizo should mark the town again. He hasn't
No.
done that in a while.
Now, Krizo, normally it would be just an easy walk across the street to the guild hall. However, you seem to have walked for quite a while, and the smell of seawater assaults your nostrils.
Okay. Krizo, you met. Okay. Well, they've really changed up the place since Krizo was in that temple. They must have extended it. Okay, so you make a left, and then the right, and then he just falls in the fucking sea.
Just falls off a dock. Probably not the only one that they've hauled the haul out of the harbor.
Someone doing midnight fishing and they just fished a Krizo out of the water.
A terrifying thought.
Wake up on the shore next to the rest of the town drunks.
Are you eating that?
Very delicate way. Okay, you go find Lady.
If she's in a common area, I'll approach.
Yeah, as you approach, she's there's a human male in one of the runners' taverns talking to her, and she sees you and kind of waves you over.
Yeah, I'll approach and still hiding.
God damn it. Oh, no, okay. Did you see my husband?
Yes, it's one of the reasons I came to see you. I figured the way that he and Dietrich were acting. They probably hadn't told anyone that they were back, so I figured you might wish to know where he was. They're at the tavern, and if I remember correctly, DM, it's the golden wand.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of looks over where Cyrus is kind of waiting away. Cyrus, dear, we have a coat platter.
If that's for him being face down in a platter of food, then yes. I don't think Dietrich was far from him and far from joining him. Krizo either.
Cyrus will at least grieve.
When I left him, he didn't seem to be in any danger of choking on anything. So.
Well, he didn't start eating in his sleep, did he?
No.
We have time then.
Well, if you'll excuse me, Lady Vi, I think I will retire for the evening. And she just kind of rubs her head and shakes it. It's been a trying few days.
Good night then.
She gives a nod and we'll go and find her allotted room and hope that the wine helped a little bit with the headache so she can sleep.
Yeah, it takes the edge of it.
Yeah, she's gonna go in there, make sure everything's completely blacked out, and pass out.
Well,
Or
back
attempt.
back at the tavern, Richard is talking with his face in his plate, and Dietrich, you see four Cyruses walk in.
Oh, why is there four of you? Is this more of your tomfoolery?
Just kind of quietly picks up Richard, kind of shoulders him.
Hey, you're impersonating the guy I know. He'll kick your ass.
You just pick him like rather than a neck like you do with a normal.
No, he just kind of pick him up like a sack of potatoes.
You're tall.
He kinda,
you want a job?
He kind of puts a arm under your Dietrich, kind of helps you stand. Where's the room?
Master? Ever call me master before? As I mean, I could tell you what to do.
I didn't know you had a servant. Good job,
I don't
man.
either.
You're coming up in life.
Pritchard's with his wife. Don't tell her this, but she's really fucking scary.
I've never tried blueberries.
I'm upstairs. You should bring him to his wife before she comes finding me. Don't tell her where I am, though.
You want to talk? Hey, what's your name, guy? If you're gonna work for me, I need to know your name.
He just kind of signs your resignation and helps you to your room, Dietrich.
Note this down. My wife is gonna want to know his room number.
This one. As he kind of puts wrong key. Wait. Why do I have so many keys? As I bring out my hand, I have 3 separate keys.
Pritchard's gonna try to pay attention for the room number.
This one? No. This one? No. Yes, this one. This one goes in the hole. Steve will unlock the door.
From your vantage point, Richard, it looks like a 9.
17.
But he does help you get the door open and kind of get you settled on the bed.
Hey, you got a suite.
I do. Good night, Pritchard.
Good night, Krizo.
Good night, Krizo.
Fucking slazzard, bro.
Wait, where's Krizo?
It's 7 containers of barbecue sauce and the
Hey, you guys, you have time for a drink at the bar? You want one? I'll pay for it.
He just ignores you, Richard, and takes you back and puts you to bed under your wife's scowl.
That's too close to home, my dude.
If you want to talk to Dietrich, I think it's a very heavy cover. He's in room 17. Watch out for Krizo. They got a bunk bed. Bunks. Oh, thank you.
She got her rolls up, her dressing down, and just got her arms crossed.
Yeah. So, for the sake of brevity, the rest of your drunken night, you passing out in various states, places. Morning comes. Piercing through the windows of it kills your head. Krizo. The sound of seagulls and the smell of fish salt your nostrils.
This is what they meant in breakfast in bed. And then Toll's dead one of the seagulls. It just opens his mouth, just aim it, just to get it in his mouth.
And there is sand in places I don't want to say.
Ugh. Oh, that's a bad one. How did he even get up there? Huh. I'm satisfied. Wait, where am I?
Go ahead and give me I'll use your passive perception. It's not real hard to figure it out. You're about 200 yards east of the dock, or the harbor.
Looks around, is like, did my room get switched out to an outside view? Is there like a drunkard with me? Like, if we're just laying there?
There are several drunks around that are just kind of in various states of either waking or still sleeping.
Okay. Well, this has been a very nice experience, gentlemen. We never speak about this again. Please all go and find his friends now. You have a nice day.
So he pretty much found the spot where the tide takes the drunk people off dock.
The guards that are tasked with watching the harbor, they have seen many drunks fall in. That's where they haul them to.
They just pile them up there.
Yeah,
It's a common dunking area for drunks.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I could breathe underwater for a while. I'll make my way, just my head probably hurting. Just like.
You know what daylight does to Nindra?
Yeah. Now you know what how Nindra feels after the daylight spell.
Quasar's head hurts. It must be because he's getting smarter every day. Ow! Ow!
It's like a muscle. If you work it out, it hurts.
Well, he does get bonked a lot. Yeah, I'll just make my way back to the tavern.
Is there anything special you guys want to do during it?
I'm gonna be in bed for most of the day. I'm gonna nurse my hangover in bed.
You know,
In
that
all
sounds
honesty,
like a perfect day for a jog.
years of military and probably years of drinking. Pretty sure, probably unless it's a terrible hangover to the DM's discretion, he still probably rolls out at fucking early.
Oh yeah.
Even with one.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Comes up to the bar. Your largest container. Please put coffee in it. Also, what was my tab from last night?
Don't. It's at this time you realize you're not at the tavern.
My dresser.
Yeah, you're talking to your dresser.
Oh look. Oh. I'll go to the tavern. I'll go to the tavern.
So will you get dressed first?
Oh yeah, I'll get dressed.
Can he even leave? His wife might kill him.
No, she's actually not there.
Sleeping?
She's
No mean note or passive
No.
note or anything.
She.
All
Yeah. She's else.
I'll get dressed and go to the tavern. Look inside first. It's not a dresser shop. Go to the bar. Your largest container, please fill it with coffee. Also, how much was my tab?
Bartender kind of digs around underneath the counter, pulls out like the stack of tickets, probably about half an inch thick.
It's not all mine, right?
No, but he kind of thumbs through it because it's a tab, so like a gold.
How bad was I?
Worse than some.
Alright. Oh. Sorry, I don't like leaving without paying my tab first. I'll give him 2 gold. you seen my wife by chance?
Kind of frowns. Who your wife is?
Really smoking, sexy white tabaxi.
Can't say I've seen her. I don't know.
Okay. I'll give him another go. Eggs, toast, bacon, please. Or whatever is for breakfast. And I'll have my breakfast at the bar.
After a moment, he places a platter. It's got some scrambled eggs, like some kind of sausage. It's kind of mixed in with some potatoes. Be a constitution as the smell hits you.
Oh, like fresh coffee and a morning breakfast.
Yeah. It looks like it's greasy, so it's no worse.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Probably able to stomach it and then just hide the stomach.
Yeah.
The stomach trouble.
Like this is gonna be trouble later, but yeah.
About 1 o'clock, I'll be stopping somewhere.
Yeah. the equivalent of beer shits, yeah.
It's okay. The grease is temporary armor.
And before you rotate over, did my other compatriots pay their tabs?
Don't worry about it. We'll settle up after a while.
Alrighty.
Okay. So you wander into the tavern. Richard's sitting there nursing his hangover.
Oh, what a beautiful Christmas morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Richard just scrolls.
As I see him, I'm just going to go, hello.
Morning.
Did you know that they gave a special room for Krizo?
Richard, when you look over at Krizo, he's got white feathers all around his mouth.
Did you eat your pillow?
Oh, that is where the pillows come from. Oh.
Wait.
Well, your
pillow?
pillows are tasty then.
Did you eat somebody's chicken?
No, it was the ones that like fly in the air and always poop on your like dock.
Oh. Okay. Did you pay your tab?
Yeah, Chris, I'm pretty sure he paid that thing known as tab. But are you excited? We get to go to travel today. We get to go and find Chris's people.
I don't know if we're doing that today or we headed out tomorrow.
No, we're doing it today.
We still need to see that cleric of Ilis. What's his name? In my handy dandy notebook. Tuna Star Dronic.
Oh, I tell you what then. You could go and try and find them. Let them know a job. I go and wake up my best friend, Dietrich.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why do you smell like fucking salt water?
Well, apparently when Krizo went to order the special bed and breakfast, apparently they give you a bath as well.
Looks at the bartender. He was with the drunks, wasn't he?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and like I did last time because I probably don't remember what fucking Dietrich's room is. Just bang on every single door.
Go again.
Hello, it's your buddy Krizo. We have a lot of work to do today.
Krizo, it's about the fifth door in. kind of a middle-aged halfling male opens the door. Oh no, not you again.
Yes, it is mine. It's but Dietrich, are you sleeping with halflings now? You sick fuck.
I don't know who this Dietrich is, but can you please leave?
Dietrich, are you cheating with Bridget? And DM, as I'm gonna, he cannot escape this. I know what he looks like. Ring ring, Grisor calling. Dietrich, you are cheating with Bridget. I know where you are. Show you. And it cuts off there. It's really loud.
From a room by you, like, oh fuck! What the shit is that?
You can't hide it forever from me.
What the fuck? She kind of like looks around.
That Krizo ghost again.
Like a bang on my door, be like, what?
Guess what?
Not Krizo.
Yeah, that would have been the second choice anyway. We have lots to do today. Get up. Wakey, wakey, eggs, and whatever the fuck else you have.
Can we just do it tomorrow?
No, we do it today.
Kind of look out from under the covers and just kind of close his eyes and just hope, please make him go away, please, just for a minute, just 5 more minutes.
It's 10 seconds before he starts very loudly pounding on the door. This is Grizzle's waking song.
Why do I deserve this? This is all of my past sins being reconnoitered onto me now. Oh. All right. I'll get up and just adjust my armor because I slept in it.
Yeah.
Open the door. All right. Can I at least have breakfast?
I mean, Grizzle can get you a seagull if you want.
No. Something less meat.
But Grizzle really needs to expand their palate at some point. I grab him by the arm. Come on, come on. The other kitty cat is downstairs.
No, I need my bow. My new bow. Give me a moment. Steve, I'll go find my bow and pick it up and whatever else I have laying around the room.
It's kind of just scattered about.
Wait.
It's like a crime scene.
Yeah.
Why do I have so many keys? Why do I have so many fucking keys? As I look around all these keys.
You know, you don't need that if you have one of these. And he points to White Raven. Excellent for opening doors.
Which one's, yeah, this is a room key. I have no idea what all these are for. I'll take them anyways, just in case.
We're gonna go guard this.
I'll collect my things to go downstairs.
Yep.
You ever get caught breaking and entering into a place, you're gonna find all those keys and like, are you breaking in? Or no, I wasn't. You have 500 keys.
Then
Yeah.
find out, like, at the end of the campaign, one of them was a skeleton key.
Let's go. Just like, oh, good morning, Pritchard.
Finishing his cup of coffee, probably. Getting another one. Morning. Pay your tab.
I kind of look at the bartender. Did I pay last night?
Richard didn't know.
No, I'm talking to the bartender.
Oh. Kind of thumbs to the pulls the package of tickets back out. Gold for you as well.
How much for water and porridge?
Water's silver for the.
Richard will put
Okay.
2 gold up on the table. Here you go.
You know, I can pay my own way, old man.
If you don't want to get knocked in the jaw for the old man comment, sit down, eat your porridge, and shut up.
He says incredibly loud, like pretending to whisper. It's like, do you think he's what I said about the old man part or being short part?
Wait, I didn't say anything about being short.
No, but he gets always very angry when he's made fun of because he's so short.
Richard just like subtly grows 12 inches in his chair. Him.
Oh, wait a minute. Kind of rubs my eyes. Oh, wait, how the I must still be a little bit drunk. Thank you. And damn, I'll sit down, begin drinking water, and eat my porridge.
He must be compensating for something.
Wait, he actually grew? Wait, did you grow taller?
That is a great shorter.
No, I've always
Maybe.
been this tall.
Even Chris, I know that bullshit.
I mean, are you wearing like moon boots or something? You got some extenders on there?
Richard just looks down to his boots, his regular boots. Or his fucking bare feet, I mean.
Okay.
Put
We'll
his
find the
boots
bus.
Wait, what happened to Aniloque? Did you wake her up, Krizo? Did she try and shock you? And
He looks and always like, "Oh, I didn't actually."
she'll find her way.
Please don't want to go in that room. She might shock me again.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go to her real quick. Eloquate.
Please tell me me and Vi are having nice breakfast somewhere.
Actually, no. You're in your bed, and for the first time in a long time, it's been a dreamless sleep. But there's a soft knock on the door.
Probably stir a bit, and thought goes through her mind is I could just burrow back under these pillows and not have to deal with anyone today. And then what she's been trained for her entire life is kicks in, and she'll get up and make sure she's at least somewhat presentable before opening the door.
Yeah. And there, as you open the door, kind of peek out. One of the runners there, Madam, the guild mistress, would like to see you and your companions as soon as possible. The rangers have returned.
She gives a nod. We will be there shortly. She'll go back in, get dressed, and figuring that they're probably back at the tavern. She'll start there.
Okay. Yep, sure as shit. They're all sitting at the bar.
Thinks to herself, should have known. And from behind them, well, at least all three of you are in one place.
Well, yes, we got a big trip for us today. We go out there, fight those people.
Yeah. Ow.
Don't suppose you found that person that told us to go and look at the church at all near Quay as you were coming here?
No, they were leaving town to go find, I think he said, reinforcements or backup to try to find out more about what was going on with this temple. But the guild mistress has informed me that she needs to speak with us concerning the temple as the rangers have returned from their search.
Oh. Well, you three can go. I'll stay here and wait for the return.
I think you need to go.
I'm not part of the order, so she has no business to talk with me.
Neither would I,
don't be.
but it's still a city thing. We probably could at least just go see what they want. And besides,
But they're gonna want to. But they're gonna want to talk and ask questions and ask, was killing those people actually necessary? They're gonna want. I'm not good
That
at
is a
stuff like
good
that.
question. Was killing the innocent guards up above necessary? As she looks at both Dietrich and Pritchard.
they started.
Oh
it.
no.
We did not know if they were innocent or not at that moment.
Yet we agreed going up that we would take precautions in case they were innocent, but
You tried to talk to them. They did not stop. I tried to threaten them. They did not stop.
you
They
attacked
attacked
before
first.
I even spoke.
Look, we did agree on not killing them, and we did not kill all of them, but that's not excusing the one we did kill.
Two
That we did kill. But I'd also like to point out we'd all been fairly exhausted, beaten to high hell. And from our standpoint, I would have definitely stopped fighting if they had not continued. But they had a fucking wizard dude on the other side casting shit. And they were all charging at us. It
Maybe
was
they listened to
very,
us,
in
but they
my experience would be that they would probably have continued to try to beat the shit out of us before anybody else got it. Did what we had to do. We indeed were able to not have to fight all of them.
Maybe next time do as agreed and not use lethal force when agreed upon.
Look, I'm already going to have to deal with my wife later. The least I could do is maybe just a little bit of slack. We didn't die in that fucking dungeon.
I mean, to be honest, just because they surrendered after you talked to them doesn't mean they're innocent. They could have surrendered to save their own skin, to be honest. I would have done that in their position, to be honest, if 4 armed individuals came from the bottom of where their leaders should be, their strongest, I guess, if that's the case. And if they came with the head of their leader, that can be very, disheartening. They might surrender just because of the grace of, save their own skin, not because they're actually innocent. I didn't take that chance, to be honest. When that guy just instantly attacked me, I attacked him back. That's it. They could still be bad. They just surrendered because either they were good or they're trying to save their own skin. That has been known to me yet. If that man died, yes, but the question of me halting there was probably a spear being run through my chest and me not having this conversation with you now. So I'd rather have a conversation with you after the fact and beg for forgiveness than end up dead. But that's just my honest opinion.
I see where you're coming from this, Inoue. And I understand. I don't go into every fight wanting to kill the person.
Well, the two of you seemed pretty gung-ho to kill these ones, but a talk for another time as we will be late. And she's going to turn and head for the guild mistress.
Very well. Dietrich, you should come along. I don't know if maybe it's too early in the day for Tuna Star to show up. It's not Tuna Star, right, DM? Is it Tuna Star or Tuna Star?
It's Tunister.
Tunister. But maybe we can catch him before we leave.
I guess. I don't really want to go, to be honest.
Tell you what. Why don't you make it into a game to get through it? Act like you're casing the joint.
Well, that's no fun because I can't actually steal anything.
Are you kidding me? You know how many sets of cutlery I have from there?
All spoon.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways.
You can always you never know when you need a backup spoon.
I'll do it. I'll do it for her. She did us a solid by explaining our position to the guards and make sure we didn't have to kill them all or we didn't get killed in the process. So I owe her at least that much.
This is true.
Though it's
Push.
kind of get up and begin walking. Though I think she needs to look on the fact of being real about this.
I get her viewpoint, but I think she's imposing a little bit of realism.
Her morals.
It's a little bit of her morals and a little bit of realism, and the people that could have really been in the take of it, what could have been everybody past those double doors. Those guards just could have been under the assumption and maybe orders that the only people allowed to have weaponry in the place were themselves and the higher ups of the temple, and us coming out in the state we came out in, I can imagine why they assumed the worst. So she has a valid point on that.
Well, yeah, but they're not entirely innocent. This is like as we're walking. I mean, I'm be honest here, Pritchard. If people were walking through those doors and never coming back all the time, and not just people that travel in town, maybe regulars in the town, and just never came back and they never asked a question why.
I agree with that.
So they're not.
It's a little bit of a blind eye situation.
So yeah, they're not. I'm be honest here. They might be innocent in the fact of not actually doing what they did to those people, but they're not entirely innocent of what happened at the temple.
Say they're not morally innocent.
They maybe were paid to look the other way.
That's what it is.
Kind of shudders. We get closer to the guild hall.
Just keep going and walk in.
Some of the main guild hall, some of the guards lead you guys to the conference room where you had talk after returning from the jungle. One opens the door and lets you pass through. Unlike the first time, your weapons aren't taken or anything. But around the conference table, you see the guild mistress there. All four of you recognize that Lord Deshane is there, the magistrate, Roland Cogburn, and for Nelique and Richard, you recognize Tunister as well.
Sweet.
And guild mistress, she says, "Come in." Glad you guys came as quickly as you could.
It's busy day for us, so
have a seat and coffee, tea, or water.
Coffee.
I'm not gonna take a seat, DM. I was gonna be standing behind the rest.
America cocks her head to the side. What is coffee?
You want some?
it's like liquefied poop, but doesn't taste like poop.
She kind of leans back at the analogy of poop.
Pour a little bit for it. If that's too bitter, let me know. We could add some of these cubes of whatever. Sorry, sugar.
Yeah, there's sugar.
And cream, milk, I assume.
Yeah.
You can kind of mix and match to make it a little less bitter and a little more sweet. Would you want sweet?
She's kind of eyeballing it as she just takes some water to start with because she's stuck on Krizo's description of it.
I drown it in sugar cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's coffee flavored sugar.
Okay, Krizo's awake now.
And once she feels satisfied that you guys are settled in, I believe you know brother Tunister here. Yes, The
Or not.
Mr. Cogburn was just kind of informing me that some of his rangers had been investigating. I'm more interested to know what you yourselves found. Kind of add to that.
Well, if that is indeed what the rest of your holy temples are like, I'm surprised you've amassed a following.
The
I'll
reason
present
he
the metal
asked
still
us to
discs.
look is because this one was on. Pritchard.
No, Quay. I know you're new to the customs up here, but that is what we call sarcasm.
Well, maybe we should not be using sarcasm considering what we're talking about.
I guess you're right. One thing of importance, and I'll explain. We could go walk the fucking thing, for a lay, for the further layouts of it. I believe there still might be, because out of character, that thing that had me under the water, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into its room earlier in the thing, right?
Yeah.
And because it is in the pedestal or is on the water, I think it was on the pedestal in the center.
Yeah, there was like a pet or dais and
There, we can walk you through like whatever, but there's a creature down there, and I'll briefly describe what the thing looked like.
kind of off to the left towards the end of the table. Burns off a little bit.
Have a little fun.
Hope we can breathe through multiple holes.
Grizzle has a question. Did you happen to find any more of these things? And I'll show like the metal discs, the enameled ones, and the 10 other ones I found with sharpened edges. Found a lot of these on the priest and the paladin lady.
Hmm. Kind of.
But is it?
Sinister kind of looks at him. The sharpened edges. He's like kind of rolling. Looks at him and goes, "Those are chakram."
What?
And he takes one and he goes, kind of looks around the room and finds like a kind of wooden pillar. Build mistress, if you don't mind. Like, sure. And he flicks his wrist and throws it, and it sticks into the wood.
Oh, Grizzle like this.
Think like the thing that Xeno used, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of think of a Xena warrior princess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but
I know what chakrams are, but I doubt unless the folks ever seen them before. Like,
but as he's kind of looking at the other one. You see his eyes kind of light up in a way, like not a natural light. He kind of passes it, and then he mutters something. What language does everybody speak?
Common, Draconic, and Dwarvish.
I speak Thieves' Cant, Common, and Elvish.
And the selfish.
Common, deep speech, draconic, elvish, and undercommon.
Eloquer. Recognize it. It's in deep speech.
Okay.
He says words, reveal your secret to no one. And that metal disc changes, and it's a black disc of jet surrounded by a ring of purple amethyst.
He says, reveal your secrets to no one.
Mm-hmm. In deep speech.
She'll sit forward.
That's disconcerting.
And she'll ask in deep speech, and what is that supposed to mean?
Well,
Not that she knows what deep speech is, because
Yeah.
I don't think she realizes the languages.
And he switches to common, so everybody can kind of understand. Where did you find this?
On some dead people.
She'll turn to Krizo.
That was specifically on the priest. That one wasn't it, DM? The one that dominated us.
Yeah.
I look at the.
I believe you also found one on Lady Arthas as well. So.
Mm-hmm. I'd say upon this one and the paladin, they have one. Not familiar. Could you describe what exactly the purpose of this thing is?
This is a holy symbol of a bond.
Does that name sound familiar?
Give me religion.
I would like to try and do the
Only
same
for
thing.
proficient or
No clue.
The DC, if you're not
Natural one.
proficient, you can roll it, but it'll DC be higher for you.
Oh, I'm brain bust.
6 DM.
18.
Oh, don't care.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
I heard them say that, and we made a check. I made that check last week, didn't I?
I don't remember if you made the check or not.
Because basically, the woman walked out and said, "Ilis is a false god."
Yeah, I just don't remember I literally don't remember if you made the check or not.
Yeah.
I out of character. I didn't. I know
don't
you
think
said
any of us
Iris
did.
is a false
No.
god.
Yeah,
No, not false god. Is something about a failed
false
religion
truth.
Yeah,
It was a false truth.
They didn't state the deity's name though.
But if you want to go ahead and make another religion check, go ahead.
No, they did. I remember. I actually remember what was said there. Let me see here. I am not proficient in this.
Yeah, like I said, the DC would be higher for those who aren't proficient.
Yeah,
I think I'm like the only one next to Anil Quay that's proficient.
Yeah.
I'm not proficient.
Okay.
So, Krizo, Aban, also known as... Flip my information here.
Is that with 2 O's, DM?
A-B-O-N.
There you go.
O-B-O.
A-B-O-N.
Man.
Tonight's episode brought by World Anvil.
Well done, little one. All your law can be stood. Just like Krizo's.
Okay, Krizo, yes. What you know about Aban is he's known as the Lord of Shadows. He's the other half of another draconian goddess named Mamil, not to be confused with Emil. And he holds sway over the Forlorn Lands in Murray or Adil, and also is ruler over the Shadowfell.
With that 18, do I kind of understand more of his tenets? What he kind of more stands for?
Mainly, as a lot of his tenets is tyranny.
Writing a little bit, so I didn't forget. As he kind of looks, so that is the one at the Lord of Shadows. It's as we look to Neoquay and let the government stress light. What Krizo knows, this is before ruler of the Shadowfell. Tyrannical, and one of those draconic ones next to a how you say in your tongue, Mimir.
So the Lord of Shadows is Aban.
Okay, I did spell it right then.
And Tonister kind of slides the disc to the center of the table. Well, there's more to that. He's also arch nemesis with Eyeless. For Eyeless, and this is some disturbing information that I found out in my little bit of research, as you guys tried to delve in there, is apparently there seems to be an ongoing war, and some of the paladins of Eyeless have come back with information that Bond's followers are seeking to end the weave.
Out of character, I believe I know what the weave is, but in character, am I familiar with it?
Give me an Arcana check. It
5.
actually kind of makes sense because yours is so innate that you have no idea.
Wait. Like, what do you
They're
mean
t-
the weave?
The weave of what?
They're trying to stop a seamstress from
Yeah,
weaving her
like-
rugs.
What do they have against grandmas?
I don't think that's it.
No, the weave is what kind of looks at you, Nilakwe. It's the way that Eyeless permeates the world to allow magic to do what magic does. And if a Bond has his way, which I fear, then that goes away.
So,
So-
no more life or no more magic?
So
No
their
more
goal
magic.
is to end the use of magic.
Hmm.
Did you find anything called the Last Refuge? Or the Lost Refuge?
Mm,
It's where it should look towards Grizo. The head priest, no pun intended.
Looks at his own head and goes, "Heh."
everybody's heads kind of
The
turned.
no pun intended.
turned
The
toward,
no pun intended was out of
yeah,
character.
everybody's heads kind of turned towards Roland at the end of the table.
Said that they had taken the people to the Last Refuge.
Well, we did find some interesting information, that might be. I can understand why you guys missed it, but except for this map, and he kind of slides a map to the center of the table, and I will. You guys go to your. Hold on a minute. Chapter 2 in handouts. Map.
Okay, I was gonna be upset if I saw the map and it said we do big crimes here, and we completely missed that.
This was actually tacked to the wall down in the channel.
When, looking at this map, going through that, what do I know around sort of that area, Leaning, when I see like the tomb of the ghouls?
The vast
And the
swamp is what catches your eye, Grizo. That is where your people are supposed to be at. That's a common hunting ground for the lizard folk of Mondresi. Or northern Mondresi.
Those are Krizo's people's ground there. They crossed us. Maybe this is why my people moved. Maybe they tried to do the same thing. what they tried to do to us, to my people.
And then he slides over another piece of parchment. And if you guys are speaking about this this might make a little more sense to you guys. Another handout under chapter 1.
Okay. So, wow, we missed a lot.
You guys notice that the Lord Deshane he's been fairly silent. He's just kind of letting you guys.
Yeah, and that name, Despair, rings a bell. Yeah, the Crusoe's teeth just start gritting.
But and Sinister kind of clears the story again. Well, I do appreciate that you risked your lives. Unfortunately, some of the guards that were doing what they thought were the right things lost their lives to this. I don't blame you, but it's unfortunate that it happened. And the magistrate's like, there's no charges for that. It's self-defense, as far as I see, Brother Tunister. I agree. And he kind of fumbles around and pulls out a bag. As promised, here's the rest of your gold.
How much is he paying us?
1,500. The rest of it, the remainder was 1,500.
Okay. So that's 375 each. 10% for your manager.
All right, we're not doing this fortune shit. It's like,
just what's on my mind completely. Sorry. No, I'll just hear it for a little bit. I know that people for the Iron Circle get access to stuff, but any chance I can visit your alchemist?
Sure, after the meeting.
Cool.
I mean, it is, as a member of the Iron Circle, that is part of the perks.
Richard, just be quiet about throwing his membership thing into the trash. What would you have us do? Looking at Cogburn. We'll look this out.
Is it this time that Lord Deshane actually kind of speaks up? First off, on behalf of, I mean, I haven't been in charge of this place for just a short time, but appreciate you doing what you did to stop something that could wholly have taken root here and been a little more dire. Kind of leans over to the magistrate, who pulls out a small sack. It's not as much as what Brother Tunister offered, but all we can offer this to ask that you continue investigating this and find this hive of these whatever they are and burn it.
Well, I have a feeling that it's not going to be easy.
Nothing ever is. Follows.
Nothing ever fun is easy. Or rather, let me rephrase that. Nothing ever worth doing is easy. I don't know, we kind of might have to talk about this. I believe look at Krizo. I believe we actually talked about helping him find his people. I believe they're missing.
Well, if his people take up residence normally here, she'll point towards the map.
Oh, out of character, remind me, we haven't been by. Yeah, because we went nowhere near. We haven't checked out his where they were before he left.
As she'll
I
point to the
am,
map. If his people are supposed to be here in this swamp and that's their hunting ground. And she'll move her hand up towards the last refuge. And this is where they've been taking people and they're basing potentially part of their operation from. It could be one and the same.
True.
Either they've managed to, and she'll look towards Grizo, either they've managed to drive your people off, or they've taken them. Hopefully, it's the first one.
I'm very sorry to interrupt, but is there any more need of me to be part of this meeting at this point?
If you feel like it's not necessary, then
No, I was only here on my friend's request. Do you need me any further, since you are now starting to make plans with these individuals? I believe you no longer need of me.
who are you saying this to?
Anilikwe.
She's not even bothering to look at you. As soon as you asked to leave the meeting, she stopped paying attention to you.
All right. Well, I will be at where I'm usually am. Pick me up when you guys are done. DM, I'll leave.
Okay. Returning to your haunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a low just growl from Krizo. He's just looking over.
In this area, Cruzo, where does your people normally reside? Is it anywhere close to this area?
Yeah, we normally move season to season. So, looking at the map, I can just kind of like pinpoint like at least where we normally go every now and then.
Yeah.
It kind of like triangulates it a little bit, and he kind of points around here, and here.
If I was in a position and wanted to keep this hidden or secret, I'd either chase off anything that's around here, or if I'm looking to recruit like these ones seem to be, I'd take them. We can try to search the swamps first. If you know any, I guess, backup places that your people may have gone, we can try to search those first.
It would be for the best.
Or we can try to find out what's going on with this location as she'll tap the lost refuge. And if they're not there, spread the search out from this and use this as the focal point.
There are other tribes that go around near these areas. Not just of the ghouls. Those are the shadow scales I'm concerned about. If we are going to be heading this way, if some of my people did get out of there, it might be good to see if we can find them. When you're going for the hunt, you do not go straight for the kill. You find the perfect place to do it. And if they are, he kind of looks down a little bit. If they are using my people like they tried to use me, is bad for us to be outnumbered.
It's always bad to be outnumbered.
Because
But then there's times that it's a good thing that you're outnumbered. A smaller group can move a lot faster and unseen.
Because I'll be honest with you, no, that is killed or be killed when it comes around here, but if it's Krizo's people that can start it with, Krizo, how you say, hesitate.
If we can get in there and we can find your people, like I said, hopefully they've just been pushed off further than where they're supposed to be. And we can find some sort of sign of them. If they're being used against their will, like what we were under, then there is no need to kill them. We may have to knock them out to prevent them from harming us so we can finish helping them. But there's no need to kill any of them.
Krizo do have idea. Krizo can send a message with magics, but if they are gobbledygooked in the head like we was, that could give us away. I could try.
What if you just did something, I don't know, simple, like not saying, "Hey, this is Krizo. Are you taken by crazy people?" Maybe something along the lines of, wait, how the hell do you talk to somebody through magic? Never mind. What if you just asked, I don't know, is your mother or father still alive?
I will answer that. Yes, sir.
He gives a nod.
What if you were to just, like, "Hey, Mom, it's Trizo, was bringing back some food for the tribe. Where did you guys move to?"
Either that, and she'll turn and she'll look at the I believe it was the guild mistress that gave us the news originally. Is it common knowledge that his tribe is missing? They're not where they're supposed to be.
It's not common knowledge.
But for someone who knows the area, would they have noticed? And your tribe knows that you're working with the Iron Circle?
Then they know that we are working together. We made the arrangements when Krizo's people needed aid. I give them assistance, and they give us medicine and food when we were at when we struggled.
You could send this message then, stating that you received word from the Iron Circle that the supplies that were supposed to be sent to them were sent to the location, but there was no one there. And wondering if you had to move.
So Krizo contact Mama or Dada or Shaman.
Whoever you think would respond, I would assume, and to look towards Noah, unless you can think of somebody better for him to message.
Somebody that you would normally contact in this sense. So whether it's your mother or father or your tribe leader.
Out of the people that were out of my tribe, the ones that were more akin to magic were do we have like a head shaman?
You do. Father had some.
Okay. I will. Oh my god. I will contact Papa Gul. As I will use my last third level slot for the day, as I will call do sending. Alright, I got this 25. Hello, Dada. Krizo here. Hope everything is okay. Where is tribe right now? Lots of love, bye.
For a moment. Just quiet. Krizo, we're in the swamp. Things are bad. And it just kind of cuts off.
Okay, this is why Krizo is the smartest one out of the family, for fuck's sake. Okay, good news. Good news, everyone. That Krizo is alive. Also, they're in swamp. So we had to go around that area. Didn't exactly say exactly what part the swamp was, though. So fuck.
You do that
But-
again?
No, Krizo tapped for day. But they're in dire need. So the sooner we go, the better. Good mistress, you mentioned that you had we could use stuff like your potions, and can we buy other stuff that could be helpful, like big shields and stabby weapons and what have you?
I'm sure we have some things that might.
Looks at all the gold he's got. Ain't going to need a lot. Krizo has a war to plan. He's like rubbing his hands.
Well, then it seems like the best course of action would be to find your people, Krizo. Especially since they'll know or at least potentially, the terrain around, and she'll tap the last refuge on the map.
Hmm.
And if they're willing to help us find out what's going on here.
How many days, looking at the map, would it take DM to get there? To get to one of our hunting grounds?
Give me a check.
Oh boy, as you know, this is the smartest thing that I can do. 13 actually.
It's where do you want to go to get to the swamp? You said.
How long it would like particularly take? Like, say, like what route would we have to take right now from town to get to at least the closest of the hunting territories?
The most direct route, because if you're looking at that map, it you figure it is the directions that the map is giving is probably the kind of bisect that swamp.
Mm. And approximately how many days of travel would that be?
It's roughly about you figure maybe 2 days. Figure you can cover about 5 miles in 2 hours. So, and roughly it's about 25 miles to what's marked as the skull staff on there.
He's got to like dragging his finger across like the map. Yeah, 2 days at best. Could get there. If make good time and we fast on feet.
Well, then we have our plan.
Krizo looks to like the Rangers. Krizo deep in gratitude for your finding this.
I'm assuming it more than likely wasn't found, but what they were using to keep people compliant was an orb, and she'll hold out her hands to give the approximate size of it, that gave the appearance of looking at the night sky.
And
And when presented, it made you want to do what they said.
yes, that. Don't worry about that. We'll. They located it, and fortunately, I was able to. It's being taken care of.
As long as it's been handled, I don't need to know any more than that.
Can I incite him on that, DM?
I was about to ask the same thing.
For a 6.
Let me...
Seems believable. Seems believable.
See, I'm too stupid and their
I'm
health me,
proficient
so
now,
I believe them
motherfucker.
anyway.
Sure.
Yow.
It will not mean to be rude, but Chris will go up
But
under your
then-
stores and go get his stuff ready. The nearby Richard is, if it's okay, we leave as soon as possible.
I need to talk to my wife. I need to buy some stuff. Criso, you want to stop by the alchemist with me before we head out of here? They've got all
Yes.
sorts of potions and shit.
Yeah, if you guys look under guild items available, under the prelude, enter places a note.
So then we take the next hour.
Okay,
get
Okay,
our
I was gonna say that.
preparations.
Yeah.
Then how about this? We take the next hour. We get what we need. And we will... Which is the closest gate leading to this?
Well, Cogburn kind of. My guess is whoever was taking these people, that boat that was down at the bottom of the temple, that would be. Because you're going to have to go across the river front.
Makes
Well,
sense.
then we
Be
have a
most
boat. So
direct.
then let's meet at that boat.
I'll make sure the guards come in the way they don't hassle you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And she'll turn and look at Pritchard. I trust that you can, since he decided to leave, parrot this all back to your friend. Or is he even joining us with this?
I'm sure he'll join, but might have to ask him a little nicer than. I'm sure he'll join. Catch his tongue there for a second.
I guess we'll see if he decides to join. He doesn't seem to have too much of an interest in the planning of things, so we'll see.
Are you and him good, or you still hate his guts?
Oh, I never said anything about hating him.
It's an expression.
This
Every
is
time
like
you
when-
say something about him, it's condescending, and quite frankly, with all due respect and no equate, it's getting fucking annoying.
This reminds me of Mama Krizo and Dada Krizo. You can always hush this out, but we leave in a couple of hours.
I mean, just be honest with me. Whatever you say, I'm just curious because it always seemed like you're at his throat. I thought you guys had hashed your stuff out,
She'll-
but it still seems like it's not.
She'll turn and look at the guildmistress, the magister, and the lord. If you'll excuse us, we will go make our preparations and meet at the temple. As she'll look towards Cogburn, and she'll gesture towards Pritchard to walk with her.
Are you the last one out?
Yeah, about the kind of
Okay.
killing a little nod.
The
Right.
Lord Deshane pushes the small sack towards you.
Your peeks through.
It's gold.
How much exactly?
500 gold.
Okay. Please add that into party funds. So, 700 gold. He gives a nod. Thank you.
Good luck.
And yes. Krizo is now about to become the holy version of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. So,
I need a weapon.
I am the weapon.
So, if you're going to shop at the guild, it's got the list for everything at the Alchemist, the Scriptorum, the trading post, anything that's in the player's handbook that has a cost of 100 gold pieces or less.
Is there
Yeah.
certain quantities?
You're probably not going to be able to buy like 80 potions. Probably,
Yeah, I mean within reason, my friend.
yeah.
The spell scrolls. Any specific ones, like sort of cleric ones at all?
The Scriptorum basically is more Arcana scrolls. You could they kind of go in between the chapel, the priest that runs the chapel probably could do spell scrolls.
Okay.
What is the look at the alchemist? This bottle's labeled resistance juice. What does this do? What does it What does it give me resistance to?
The potion. Mainly double check. I don't want to give you a wrong answer.
He's just looking at shit like really good healing potion.
Right.
You have it simplified.
Greater healing potion. I mean,
Well, it kind of depends what kind of resistance you want.
that's what Google said was you gain a random. I don't know if it was what you choose. Like it's when you drink it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they've got different resistance. So.
Do you have a? So I already have, and I'm assuming it probably can't stack. But do you have any piercing? Like I got fucking shot with like 6 arrows. It fucking hurt.
Unfortunately, we don't. That's not the kind of resistance that's.
Oh, is it like fire and ice?
Yes.
Frizo.
And he kind of like starts moving like vials. Like we got the one for acid, one for the cold, one for fire, one for force, one for lightning, one for necrotic, one for poison, one for psychic, one for radiant.
Oh, Frizo. I kind of know. I know the layout, but like, should I? The poison sounds like one we should get. You think?
He stepped away from.
Went to the restroom.
Oh, okay.
Which it's 8 o'clock, guys. We'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and take a break. That way everybody can use the restroom. Guys, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back.
Sure.
And we're back. Okay, so at the end, right before break, we were doing a little bit of shopping, eh? Yay, shopping episode.
Today's crusade has been interrupted by shopping.
Okay, I'll let's go ahead and with Krizo and Pritchard. I know you guys were wanting to shop at the guild.
Yeah.
Yes,
just
sir.
briefly. Krizo, would resistance to poisons probably be good to have?
There could be stuff around in the jungle, crazy.
No, I meant like if we get fed by your tribe or anything. It was a joke,
No.
Krizo.
No, don't. As long as you're with crazy, you'll not be eaten. Maybe.
No, I meant for like if they tried to feed us.
Out of character, he's been feeding us what they probably would.
Oh, well, then we're probably good.
Krizo special.
I wanted to try to see how many healing potions they had, and
Crazy is going to. How you say in your tongue, clear shop?
yeah. How many do you have on that table there?
Just you can kind of see in stock that he's kind of explained to you guys that he has 4 of each kind in there. But once that's gone, it's going to take him a week to resupply.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take it all.
Okay. So 4 of each one?
Yeah.
Of the greaters and the lessers.
Okay.
So,
That's why I'm asking 4 of the ones that you want or 4 of every potion.
So.
No. Okay. 4 of healing, 4 of greater healing.
Got it. Okay.
That'll equal up to 600 gold, and you said
I
you'd split that with me, so.
Yeah, I'll give you 3. I'll put 300 up on there.
Yeah.
Alchemist
I'll do
Fire. Have I heard of that before?
Yeah, I mean,
assuming that
being
might-
a soldier, you've seen how fire.
Hey, I buy 2 Alchemist Fire. Can I get it for 90 gold?
Price is the price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's deep. Compared to shopping in Janeda properly, I mean, that is a deep discount.
I've used your potions before. You know that. There you go. All right. Krizo, if you go in my bag at all and you take this vial out, do not drink it.
Crazy's probably
If you
seen
throw it at
Alchemist Fire
something.
before.
Yeah.
Do what?
Crazy's probably seen Alchemist Fire
Oh,
before.
okay.
Probably
I mean,
probably not in that same kind of container, but yeah.
Okay,
Like,
that happened to
this
the
explodes.
cousin.
This explodes. Lots of fire.
Yes, the cousin Diesel drank that and tried to become a dragon for the day, and now he don't speak no more.
Diesel.
Diesel. That was
Diesel.
kind of
Oh, Diesel.
that's kind of the same noise that he kind of made as well when he did it. Anyway, as he looks, do you one of these potions? He looks to like his resistant one. Do you have one for necrotic?
Yes.
How many of those do you have, my friend?
4.
I'll
Looks
take
at Krizo. Split.
one. You get one, I get one.
Oh, I thought we were gonna buy them for the group.
Just in case.
You
Yeah, buy one.
You gonna buy one?
Yeah, I'm buying one.
I'll buy the other 3, DM. 80, 240. All necrotic.
Yep. I'm gonna buy the diamonds from when I go to the jeweler. So I got that. Do you have any weapons or anything on the table? Like
The armory would be where you get those at, or the general store, guild general store.
Yeah, everything else I mentioned to you, DM. So potions, yes. Got those. Heavy shield, diamonds. And
So do you mind if I pocket those? You just want like one of the healing and one of the greater healing.
Yeah, he passes you. They're all going to be in the pie, so we're
yeah,
we're all going to get one, assuming so. Only other thing I'll buy, DM, is I will buy a spell scroll.
Okay.
I'll buy, if they have a 2nd level cure wounds.
Or high.
Let's go low.
Yeah, you're able to get up.
Okay. Yep. That's my shopping list. Yep. I'll deduct the money.
Yep. Richard, is there anything else you want?
No, I kind of left a Nolique hanging at the door, so I'd head back out.
Come back to that. Dietrich went ahead and took care of yours. Was there anything else you would want to get?
The buckler rations, arrows, and poisons.
Poisons or give me a general intelligence check.
Ooh. Be smart. Okay, you're smart.
In larger cities like or other than Geneva, like some of the bigger ones that you've been to, Haywald being one of them. Generally, places like that, you kind of have to go into the seedy parts of the town.
Nocturne Alley.
Yeah.
So people that I frequent most of the time.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
right.
Geneda's not really been known to have a thieves guild presence.
But wait, Krizos people might have some perfect. And I'll think about that for a moment.
Yeah. I mean, other than maybe like, the general like poison to like get rid of like a pest or something like that. Nothing that would be used for nefarious needs.
He needs something with a little more kick, so we'll we'll put that on the table. So how much for give me like 10 days of rations.
Okay. That's easy enough.
Arrows.
Yeah. General whatever's the PHP cost. So.
Okay. Perfecto. And the arrows and then the buckler is 5 GP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like, while they're doing their meeting, I probably purchase those things just to, because I know they're coming to get me, but might also be prepared.
Right. Is that all you were needing to get, sir?
Yeah, that's it. If that's all they have, yeah, that's it.
Great. Niliquay. What about you, ma'am?
She really doesn't need a whole lot. How much would it be for probably some more of like the, I guess, D&D version of like a pencil or some pencils, graphite pencils and whatnot, and a blank book. She's been doing a lot of drawing.
Are you trying to get that from the guild?
If they have it there.
Yeah, I mean, that's fairly good, so it would be for whatever, the same price as parchment, like for ink. Or if you'd wanted to, like a scribe's kit or something like that. So
yeah, she's just looking for a blank book and pencils, pretty much, because of the drawings that she's been doing.
I don't think there's actually a for that. So,
it's like quills you can get.
Yeah. We'll just say an ink pen. That's 2 silver. We'll just call it that. And
And there is a book listed for 25 gold.
Yeah.
in the-
Well, because like a piece of parchment is like a silver. So if like a small book, yeah, it'd be the same price for the book.
Okay. And soap.
Instead of in soap. Sure.
She
2 copper
got-
pieces
yeah.
for some soap. Good old lye soap.
Do they have scented soaps?
It smells like
And rub some rub some time on it. You'll be fine.
Okay, you know who she is.
No, unfortunately, these are just general everyday.
She had to try. She'll take it.
Kind of gathered that most of the people are not concerned with.
I'll just point out, I'm like coming with fucking heavy chains and fucking like everything from a Disturbed album. She's like, "Do you have anything with raspberry in it?"
See, it'd probably be more along the line of lavenders or
Yeah,
kind of
stuff
scent.
like that.
Lilac and gooseberries.
The
Or
sporty,
vanilla.
sporty soap.
Vanilla's probably one that she would love to get her hands on.
Anil Quay, because I'm worth it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, as you're leaving, you catch the vendor putting out what's called Axe.
Maybe it's Ninja.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay, you guys know that she's a queen, okay? She's used to the finer things in life.
Maybe it's Maeve Queen.
Okay, so guys, that's all you wanted to buy. What do you
Yeah,
want to do
that's
now?
all she was after.
The potions are in the party loot, and but for the expense set, everyone just gets one of each.
I would sit upon seeing her, hand her the vial, and explain, if you drink this, the man at the alchemist shop said necrotic stuff won't hurt as bad for an hour.
Guess we
Keep
come
this
on the
on
best
you
undead.
as- You're the one that seemed to. Well, you and Krizo seem to be the ones getting.
I think it'd be best if we're going to be doing some fighting. We should all have it, but if you want me to hold on to it, I will. Wanted to talk.
Well, I figured in the room with the guildmaster, the magister, and the lord would probably not be a good place to have or continue that discussion.
True. I don't know, just if Dietrich said something that I wasn't privy to, or anything in general, really.
There's been several things that he said. You've been present, but I. She pauses and thinks for a moment. Given your relationship, you probably don't think anything of it.
Depends.
Enlighten me in case I might have overlooked it.
Well, he's very adamant about telling me not to go after my people. He's also very adamant to point out that it's not his fault that 2 of the guards are dead. Because what if they were with this cult? You changed what you were doing during the fight. He did not. You remembered what was said. He was all for killing them all and letting whichever god sort them out.
Dietrich's got an odd way of thinking about stuff sometimes, and I don't know if I'd mentioned it, and I apologize if I hadn't. I did a few years of military service.
I know you're a soldier. It's been mentioned. in my presence.
Once a soldier, always a soldier. But combat allowed me to get to the point where, in combat, most of the time, I could reassess situations and change my direction. If you understand what I mean. Going into that room, I was under the intention that we were not going to harm any of them in there. But at the same time, I think we should look at it from this point of view. Were we supposed to just stand there and allow them to assault us and try to argue our point? Or at least the bare necessity defend ourselves? I'm not excusing the fact that we did kill people, or one person did die. But two people did die. But my point being is, given the situation, considering the temple, I feel like it was probably highly unlikely until some of those guards got the point, considering they were all of that temple. I didn't think that was going to end without a fight.
Oh, I never
Or
said it
us
would
knocking
end.
them all out.
I never said it would end without a fight. But we were going to use non-lethal means, and that was discussed before even getting up there.
True. You just stick to the plan a little better next time.
Maybe take responsibility.
I am taking responsibility.
Not you.
Oh, Dietrich. Yeah. It's a good kid. I love him, but I get where he's coming from. I do. But at the same time, he just doesn't have a lot of life experience on stuff like this. And
You've been traveling with him for how long?
about 5 years.
And you haven't been able to show him any of your experience?
I met him when he was 13. He's 18 now.
And you've had the ability to help shape this boy, and he still won't take responsibility for what he's done, nor sit in a meeting for longer than 2 minutes.
Let's just say I'm trying to correct my mistake. I haven't, or rather didn't exactly start out being the best influence. He was already kind of headed down a certain path when I met him. And my intent was to try to help him a little bit. And one thing led to another, trying to gain his trust, doing certain jobs with him, kind of blossomed the wrong things in him. Not that they're not helpful, and you shouldn't be better at skills you're good at, but he means well. He just goes about some things the wrong way.
If he means well, then you think he would take the time to actually plan to help a friend, or what he calls a friend, instead of wanting to be out of a room in an instant. I've been sitting through meetings like that since I was 7.
At how old are you again? 100 something?
110.
Okay. You've been sitting through meetings like that for 103 years. We've been in and out of the Iron Circle for probably the last 2.5 years. We've probably only sat through meetings like that maybe 10 or 15 times.
She holds up a hand. I'm not talking about him sitting through meetings as I was. I'm talking about the fact that a 7-year-old can sit through a meeting longer than he was able to sit in that one. And planning to help a friend in this situation.
I get your point, and if you'd allow me to continue, I don't think it's more so that he didn't want to help plan the meeting. He does not like the Iron Circle. had it just been Krizo, myself, and you in there, I'm certain that he would have stayed. But if I know Dietrich, he probably ran out to go top off on rations for the group or purchase some stuff that might help. I don't think he would have sat idly by and not done anything when he wasn't with everybody else to not help, if that was not his point.
Bless you.
Sorry, nose is a little messed up from getting hit in the face. Thank you. Anyway, one thing that did kind of bug me is, I don't know if it's just the forest or swamp or all this fighting we've been together through, or been through together, but hopefully we can start going about stuff in a little bit of a different manner so that at least Dietrich and you can start seeing eye to eye a little more. But
He's the one that wished to start over, yet he has made no effort to do so. I'm going to go out of my way for his. Maybe I shouldn't finish that sentence.
perhaps you shouldn't. But have you ever heard the old Tabaxi saying,
No,
kill them with kindness?
considering you're the only tabaxi that that I recall meeting. No,
You're a queen. Part of that is being nice to people even if you don't want to, right?
that depends on who they are.
My point being, I can work on trying to get Dietrich to act his age, but maybe in the interim for now, don't give him the fuel necessary to continue being a dick.
What fuel is that?
Responding.
Out of character, anytime he's done something she hasn't
There
agreed
was
with,
once.
she's stopped interacting with him.
There was one she had, but in the sense of don't let him think that it bothers
Over
you.
there laughing. Fuck.
Also out of character, I haven't made a dig against your character since our conversation. Not once.
Yeah, she has. Anytime that there's been anything she hasn't agreed with, she's.
Okay, moving on,
Apparent-
guys.
Yeah. Apparently I'm completely off track now, guys. Thank you. I don't know. Continue with something. I can't.
So you're waiting to.
Yeah. I'm just waiting there, doing my little prayer, and just I've gotten everything ready, like the impatient 10-year-old to go to the Disneyland.
Is there anything else?
Probably have broken away from Pritchard and started their stuff with headed there.
No, just probably try to meet back up with people.
After a while, you all gather. Meet Sinister Temple. There with a couple of guards and. Very well. They'll.
Was I told?
That is a good question. Did anybody let Dietrich know?
I believe Pritchard was going to go speak to his wife and then Dietrich.
I mean, I would plan to on the way try to talk to people, but
Well, that's why I asked. Is there anything that you particularly?
Yeah, I would have wanted to meet up with Dietrich and reiterated stuff, given him the potions Krizo and I had purchased, and let him know what the intended plan was. Double check that he was still wanting to go. And let him know where we were meeting up, and then go try to find the waifu.
Okay. He would have told you that he grabbed some supplies, and that if we're going there, he'll meet you there, and then he would head there.
All right.
those that are going to the temple, their guards kind of escort you down through to make sure that nobody gives you any flack or anything, but they leave you down by the boat, assuming that you're cause
just like any warrior, just double checking gear, sharpening, and
sure.
yeah.
Richard, you do eventually find your wife. She's actually coming back from Great's office. Oh, here, Richard.
Hey, dear. Sorry about last night and everything.
The first time, I'm sure it's not going to last.
Yeah, don't want it to go like that, but it happens.
It's fine. I just trying to replenish our. I spoke with Guild Mistress, and she's going to help track down this for a small fee. And I've been working on trying to get us some replacement guards. This did come for you, though. Sure, I let the account know. I think, and she kind of looks at Cyrus. I think we're going to decide to winter up here. You know how the winters.
You're gonna win. Oh, you're gonna winter up here.
Guild Mistress has been kind enough to allow us to eat. I have no desire to return ice and cold. A little while.
It's understandable.
And
Any houses in town?
well, the Guild Mistress has been kind enough to let us stay at the guild.
As long as it's comfortable, I'm sure if you need something, you'll get it.
Oh, of course. And she hands you the parchment that's got an official seal from Duke Thessalan.
Tuck it in my shirt. Did it have did the runner or a note that said it was important to read right away, or?
It was sent to you. I didn't know.
Have any do you have any gems or anything on you that I can exchange this gold out? I don't want to be traveling with a whole lot of cling.
Why don't you go to the?
I mean, I know I could. I just figured you might have some on you. You're the one that usually packs.
That's why
a lot smarter than me.
Why I usually pack the bars.
It's a good point. Alrighty. I think we're supposed to head out first thing in the morning or later tonight. I'll double check, but you'll know.
Careful.
No,
Keep an eye on Detroit.
is it a code platter last night?
Yeah. Again.
We need to give Cyrus a raise. Or had you already?
With your passive, you gotta look at Cyrus when you say that. His face never really ever changes from expression, but you can kind of see in his eyes that look of, damn right.
How much are we paying him a month again?
What is it, Cyrus? It's 75 gold.
A week? Damn.
Knowing his skill set.
Oh, no.
Yeah, knowing his skill set, that's well deserved.
That's still of minimum wage for his talents.
But he's also he's very minimalistic in lifestyle. I mean, he's got it kind of comfy. He doesn't have to worry about buying food in the house.
I know. Jesus. Man, we're cushy shit.
You rich bastard.
What's the equivalent of the medieval 401k?
the D4 one, okay?
The 410k. All right. Well, I'll holler at you. I'm gonna go to the jewelers. What are those small little red ones that are worth like 50 gold a piece? Or is it the blue ones? Which ones are what color are the ones that are worth 50 gold, huh?
Aren't you?
The jeweler would know.
Yeah. There's it. It varies.
He'll just say his goodbyes quickly and head over. I figured she would know, but I know the DM.
Well, yeah,
knows
she like lists off like about a dozen or more.
Yeah, I'll just figure it out when I get there. All right. Head to the jeweler. Grab Dietrich or whoever I see along the way just for walking company.
I'm at the temple.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the temple?
He's down there with the Crizo.
Oh, yeah, I'll just run in and I get like 550 gold worth of gems.
And kind of pulls out a few velvet line. Gives you 2 jet that are worth 100 gold pieces. And then 6 moons. Or I'm sorry, 7 moons that are worth 50 gold.
Gotcha. Moonstone's like a silver color, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And I will add it there. Thank you, DM.
Probably easier just to carry like 9 pieces or 9 little gems in a whole bunch.
Oh, hell yeah. But you feel like shit if you lose them.
Yeah. Especially those big boys.
All right. Yeah. And then I'll just head to the temple.
Okay. Nelique?
She probably went to her room, gathered everything up, and headed for the temple.
So, eventually all 4 of you meet down in the cistern area of the temple. The same, almost like a caravel, is there, bobbing in the water.
Is everyone ready?
Oh, shit. I was supposed to tell the wife if I was leaving today or tomorrow. I forgot which one it was. I did tell her I was going to be leaving today or tomorrow, so.
We discussed this before we left the meeting room.
I don't remember the medical term for it, but I think I might have gotten something. I don't remember what the medics called it.
You're still suffering from your hangover.
Yeah, I had a rough night, guys. I'm sorry.
If you need to say goodbye to your wife, you can do that.
I mean, I already did, but I did tell her I would let her know again if it was tonight or tomorrow. I'll be right back. And one of those just like huffing.
Yeah.
Honey,
it's the day. I love you. Bye. Quick hug.
It's kind of shakes off your way back down there. By the time Pritchard gets back, he's like,
you guys hear from the top of the stairs.
And that's where the greasy breakfast is now coming in.
Yeah, halfway down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, that's where the greasy breakfast comes back.
Don't make that noise.
Halfway down the stairs, the greasy breakfast comes into play.
Ew.
Oh, sorry.
He's landed on his feet now.
apologize to the guard who I just threw up on his feet.
Amazingly
Sorry,
enough,
man.
Pritchard, you do feel better.
Oh, dude, I didn't chew all that bacon.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. I thought I'm the fucking foul one. Here's the lizard folk.
I'll get in the canoe
Oh.
or boat. Sorry, whatever we're taking.
As we get ready to leave, I'll grab all the canoes been fully. Also, just so all of you know, if you all could, whenever you guys make plans or so on and so forth, please tell Pritchard my role and don't tell me myself. The reason why I say this is because the last 2 times we've come into conflict with something that muddles your mind, I failed both times, and I became, well, the second time, in the way you pulled me out of it, and the first time I nearly killed you. So the next time that happens, I might spill the beans on everything that we're doing. So, and Pritchard was pretty resistant to it, so that's more safer for all of us.
If you remember, the snake that we encountered the first time muddled my mind as well. And I fell under the sway of the orb as well.
But you 3 also have more experience in these regards than I do. Again, I'm only a petty thief. I am trying my best to find a new way in life, but I don't know how to do a war. I don't know how to do a lot of things you guys know how to do. So you guys have to make the plans, but I can spill them. I will be doing as my skills. I'm usually out there in the front as I recon things, I look at things, and if they capture me and they do this to me, then I can't tell them what you guys are doing.
Any one of us under the influence of magic could do the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you are truly wishing to learn, then maybe you need to stay for those meetings.
That's not what I mean. I don't want to, let loose. You guys understand what you're doing. You guys have the experience. I don't. I can't really offer much in the meeting to begin with. And this allows a layer of security.
Not now. But maybe the more you attend, and as you said, you scout out front. You see things before we do. You think you might have insight with that? Help us plan better?
Oh, yes, I can give you the information I find, but if I don't know what you're doing, you just tell me my role, then I can't tell them what you guys are going to be doing.
There are many perspectives that can be seen. A bird sees differently from a dog, and so does a fish. That could be that you're sometimes seeing something on an outside perspective or in a different different light. Could maybe reveal something that we did not.
As he kind of pushes off of the boat.
Is there...
Rose.
Pritchard's going to look at Krizo. Is there smoke coming out of his ears? Because that is the most intelligent thing he's ever heard him say. This is good.
No, it's not intelligent. It's just like that's what happens when the wisdom comes out.
Yeah, that was more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the wisest thing he's said.
That's. You're just all kind of dumbstruck by that. That came out of Krizo.
This isn't the first time that's for Dietrich. That's the second time he's brought out some wisdom. So
yeah,
it's that surprise when the drunk that everybody ignores stands up and says something amazing.
Yeah, right.
He like shakes his head. Oh, that alcohol really was good. It's just like
there is a problem here with that, Dietrich, with Pritchard just telling you your role.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not able to see the whole picture, then how do you know when to act accordingly? What signals to go and work off of?
My own instincts. They've always, most of the time, have led me the proper path.
Your instincts, as you put it, as a petty thief.
As a survivor.
You're wanting to change, correct?
Yes,
Then change.
I have. I haven't stolen anything in weeks.
She kind of just shakes her head. But you're not putting forth any other effort to change. Just not doing one thing is not changing.
It's the start.
It is a start, yes.
I've also helped a bunch of people. And I plan to help more people. I've never done that before.
How can you plan if you're not there for the planning?
She's kind of got you there.
So
You
basically what you're
can't go
saying
through.
basically what you're saying to me is that I need to sit with you and learn how to plan intricate things so I can get better at doing what? Sitting there and making intricate things? I've never
Helping
made a
people. Not. And she pauses and takes a moment. You can only help so many people with that, and she'll point to the blade. Sometimes you have to use this, and she'll reach up and she'll gently kind of poke him on the forehead. Sometimes you have to use this. And using them together, that is.
I use my
I just
mind when
lost my train of thought.
I use
Using
my
both of these together is where the changes can be made. You can't rely on one or the other. They need to be used together.
I use both when I fight. I don't just stand there and get hit by people. I
You
don't
use them
understand
when
your
you
meaning.
fight, but you're not using them when you're out of a fight. You have to find a balance.
I don't understand. A balance of what? Not fighting and fighting? Only times I've ever fought things is when I was forced to.
Fighting without fighting.
What I was doing when trying to talk the guards down. Do you
Uh-huh.
understand why I told you to stop talking and to shut up? You were threatening, telling them that if they didn't put their weapons down, you were going to kill them.
Yes, I was
That's not going
telling
to make somebody put their weapons down. That's going to make them raise them.
I can see that. Though they did initially start attacking us from the moment we got up those stairs.
And see it from their point of view. They see us looking as we did, weapons drawn, coming out from the inner temple. What would you have thought?
Well, I mean, I would have thought they were hostile. They're also not innocent as well.
But they were.
No, they're not. They turned a blind eye to what was happening. You can't tell me that none of them ever thought, why are so many people vanishing when they go to the temple?
We don't know the whole story. And that's where using your mind comes into play.
I am using my mind. That was practiced. What did they say? The starry gnosis? I went through the 3-day thing. The guards were watching me for the 3 days. And Pritchard. And when the thing came out, they made me look in this dark stone, and I was mind controlled. So
You
that's
were taken out of those guards' sight.
wouldn't you question if no one ever returned?
Unless
What
they
it,
were told that they were going to another temple. Or moved on.
what if a innkeeper from the town or a person who owned the business went to go see that starry gnosis and never returned? Why would they give up their business?
They didn't take the innkeeper, though. They took those that would not be missed. The ones that went through it that would probably be missed were more than likely returned back to their homes. Those that would not be missed
Oh,
were
so you
probably
guys,
taken.
so you guys found all the passenger manifests. So it was only people like me that drift through town, then, right? Because if that's the case, that's very smart on their part.
That's what I would have done.
less noticeable.
Yes.
If all you purely needed was 10 people immediately and you didn't care, then you would grab the first 10 people you saw. If what you needed was a steady supply of people, you don't want to make a fuss about it, do you?
Still, it is rather odd, even with all the drifters going missing. I've been in cities where when homeless people start going missing, people like me who have no home, a lot of the time, it takes a lot of them before the guards ever really take notice, but they do take notice eventually that just people are going missing. Vagrants, small children that they used to see on the corners every day are just gone one day. Maybe they think they're died of starvation, or maybe they think something else is going on.
But
Then you hear cases of, the strangler who would kill these people because yes, they would not be missed, but eventually when it hits some sort of mass, they would have done. And how long has the temple been operating for, and how many people have gone through?
the previous lord was being paid off. Remember that.
And that is why I don't make plans in front of authority. And you made plans in front of authority, I presume.
You have to have allies. If you don't have allies, you have nothing.
As we're going, it's like, yes, and I don't trust those circle people. And I probably never will. You may, but I don't.
That was my point from earlier. Something about them sometimes, Anokwe leaves left with me, not as much, but I get where Dietrich's coming from. Sometimes they can be a little overbearing. Like, for example, how just because we were falsely charged with that crime, they decided to indenture servitude us.
I would have taken that gladly over being locked in a cage, which was my other option had I put up a fuss. And after it being explained, I understand why.
Well,
Yes, they put you into indentured servitude to send you to a very dangerous place. Like, for example, when we were fighting demons. Or the really hostile jungle, which we nearly died in. Because yes, it's basically a death sentence if you're not careful, rather than putting you in a prison cell.
And look at it from their perspective. They have a group of Ishtu that are attacking further south. If I was part of that group, then what? But what if I was not part of that group? And they stuck me in a cell.
To be honest, Anilikwe, you are very intelligent. This is a compliment to you. And if I was in your position and I was part of the enemy Isto, I would have played the part. Because to be honest, we only did 2 jobs. And then we were removed from the service. You nearly had to play that part for a month. I believe you'd be very capable of doing that. If, you wanted to. I'm not saying you are a liar. I'm just saying that you were intelligent enough to understand that you have 2 options, and you can just lie. You had a very good story of, yes, you do have amnesia, but you could have faked having amnesia as well, and saying, I don't know who I am, and kept that story. And after 2 jobs, a month of service, you were free to go. You could have ran right back to the enemy. So when it comes to that circumstance of them thinking that you might be the enemy, they didn't really exactly cross their T's unless there's something I'm not seeing here. So yes, they were, concerned about your loyalty, but they also enjoyed your services.
Well, maybe we'll find out more of the insight on exactly why they did what they did. But there is something else that I should address. Actually, all of my people, as far as I know, believe that I am dead. I might need to keep it that way. There are enemies within this twisted tower that plotted a coup against me before. So them not knowing potentially that I am alive may be helpful. I don't know where I pulled the name from, but I will make a request that you continue to call me Nindra.
Huh. That's gonna be kind of difficult. You keep switching names on us. I might screw up every now and again.
And that is understandable, but it's simply a request.
I can follow that request.
The less amount of people that know that I'm still alive, the safer we'll be. Especially if it's the information that I have, it is the ones that I believe that are in the Twisted Tower. It's better if they don't know that I'm here.
Okay, but what about your it's kind of like your kind of waving to your body, your appearance. I mean, if they know your name, would they recognize you?
And she kind of stretches out the wings a little bit. Maybe not.
Well, I'm not talking about the wings, your face. You know, like, do you remember when I had the bounty poster for me? It didn't show my entire body, it showed my face. And that's how, you know, they know what I look like and who I was. So, you know, if they know you and they're your enemies and they know what you look like in the face, they could probably figure out who you are.
Unless
mean-
they believe I'm dead. Then they won't be looking. But let's just say I'm trying to figure a few things out. And she gives kind of a sly smile.
All right.
With each day that goes by, and she'll use prestidigitation to make the little bit of sparkles and whatnot. With each day that goes by, I figure more and more out.
That's good to hear.
She'll settle down with her new book and pencils and start to draw.
So, does anybody have water vehicle?
Not it.
Thank fucking Christ, then.
DM.
What's the skill supposed to be for it?
Water vehicles.
Water vehicles.
Well, no, the attribute is what I meant.
Oh, attribute. If you're propelling it, strength. If you're trying to navigate with it, dexterity.
DM.
Oh.
As my time on the pirate ship, I actually understand navigator's tools. So if we need to do that, I can do that.
I have water vehicles and navigator tools.
Well, it's not so much
learning
navigate.
shit.
It's to make sure that you don't get hung up on strength and stuff.
Oh,
Because this is not like the canoe that you guys used. This is that catamaran. A little bit bigger
Oh.
vessel.
Okay.
a catamaran.
Catamaran.
Ooh. As I look at the ship, this kind of reminds me of the pirate ship, though. The pirate ship is a lot bigger.
Yeah,
Also,
it's a little different.
Also, a lot more stinky crew on that ship.
So, if there's multiple, one of you can actually propel it. The other will pilot it to so that you don't. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
So kind of like back in campaign 1 where everybody kind of had a job. You guys can assign jobs if you want to.
Mm-hmm. I could either look out or just row.
I will let you guys make that decision.
I was more good at looking at maps and navigating rather than doing that, but I don't think we need to use that. We're not in the open sea. So-
Kazak and Wachi can keep eye on things.
Did it? Okay, my next question: did anybody trick them?
Were we able to take the map with us?
Yes.
Then I would have taken the map. And this is probably the point to actually show him now that we're all kind of getting to go.
That will help.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Somewhere.
Just kind of
That
look
way.
like, oh, wait, did they actually leave a breadcrumb trail to where their bastion of evil is? Seriously?
This was from what the ranger said, just pinned against the wall.
Give me a minute. I gotta work the dog in.
Just kind of like he just looks at you and just blinks twice. Seriously?
Yes, this wasn't very well thought out. They probably believed with the orb of theirs that nothing would get through or break
Huh.
the hold on it.
Well, if they're that stupid, this might be a lot easier than I'm expecting.
Okay.
Or it's one
So-
group of them that was stupid.
Okay, so what is everyone's duties of the ship?
Okay, so who's pilot?
That'd be navigating or the water thing. The water
Um,
vehicles.
so whoever's actually piloting, propelling it, go ahead and give me the water vehicles. Okay.
Well.
Is it all right? And what's all right? I know Printer's piloting, Beaker's navigating. What's Frizo doing?
Krizo is going to keep watch at the front to see if he does notice anything that gets in the way of the boat, like say log or anything.
Oh my god, you
or-
guys!
I don't know if I can assist.
Turn
Frieza?
left.
Is that with
Yeah,
your, is that with
yeah,
your
Bridget.
intelligence?
Wisdom,
Wisdom.
I
okay.
think.
It should be
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Yes.
Okay. I think yeah, we set up like early on in the campaign. Okay. It's the same modifier, DM. It's
Okay.
still a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like average all the way, so don't worry.
Okay.
My wisdom, my the same thing. So
I was just making sure because I'm going to make sure that you had the right attribute
Is
here.
is the Neo quite going to hold me at the front of the ship like fucking Titanic?
No, she's probably going to be looking over the other
Okay.
side.
So as you guys start your propelling out
We immediately crash and sink.
out of the cave, the boat stops.
She's going to look over the side and see if she can spot what they're stuck on.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead and give me a percent.
Okay.
Hey,
Out of character, who wants to bet nobody untied the ship?
You see a wet rope still tied to a ring that's kind of under the water.
what are y'all looking at? The water's this way. A freaking natural one.
What the fuck?
Got a 7.
I just look and I'm just like, do, and do it. You know, your people are not very good at big canoes.
Canoe.
Well-
This is a DM. What's it called again?
Huh? A catamaran.
Catamaran?
It's a catamaran, Krizo.
we were.
Okay, so I guess that's common for big canoe then. Good.
I mean, we were kind of only pirates for what, a month?
13 days, 4.5 hours.
So Krizo undoes the rope and it starts to drift along the current, going into the where the cave leaves out. Krizo, another percent.
Yes, sir.
Ensure kind of watching.
Oh Jesus! Oh look, 6, 7. We just needed 8 now. And we're
This is
getting counting.
actually very. It's not hard to miss this. Ahead of you is a tangle of what appears to be logs and branches covering them out.
Krizo will actually put out the thing. Hang on, we got logs and branches. Krizo can try and load them, and he'll go in, DM, into the war.
Passive investigation.
Oh, not high. I think it's like an 8.
I can check into it. Yes.
You can either. I will give you the option. You can either use your passive or you can roll for it.
I'll roll for an investigation.
Okay.
17.
17. Very good. As you kind of swim through the water, as you get a little closer to the detritus, you notice a rope that's kind of hanging just above the waterline.
Looks away. And he's like, okay. Chris, I got this. It should just undo it up. Right about there.
As you pull the rope, the logs in the detritus kind of lift up.
It's got like a makeshift. Oh god, I forget, for like rivers and lakes where you have to lift the water level.
Yeah, well, kind of, and it's probably to hide the open. Okay.
Mm. Okay, we should be good now. Have to like try and move it all through once the rope's down. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
with the help of your
what's
friend,
that?
with the help of your friends, they help you get back into the catamaran.
I'll leave it the way it was, so I'll push it back in and tie it again.
Sure.
Once we're through.
Yeah, easy enough. You can actually probably swim underneath it if you want to.
Yes. I have suit speed, so.
Yeah. Not hard. All right. Now, navigator, where on the map do you want to land the boat at?
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Am I using the part 2 map or the world map?
The map that I part 2 map.
Oh shit! We got
Okay.
it. Hold up.
What?
1 second.
No problem. What's going on? Everything okay? Yeah, slight emergency, guys. Just bear with us. This short break is brought to you by Credo's Barbecue.
This is brought by Krizo's Crusade Part 2. We appreciated the crowdfunding from the first part. Hopefully it'll go much better.
Coming to a Kickstarter near you.
If you put up 5,000 more gold to the backup, Krizo will in fact become a zealot barbarian. And go even more into... God, that sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, a little bit.
No. This Krizo is pure unadulterated cleric.
Ooh.
We do not need to see a barbarian rage on this fucking thing. Every appointed barbarian,
that
he
was
loses
scary.
intelligence.
Well, everything seems to be okay. She's smiling.
She's laughing. She's turning red.
Did they get the fucking puppy? Is it a Krizo snack? It's a Krizo snack.
It might be a Krizo snack.
Okay, so I.
Apparently, there's a mouse in here.
Oh,
Or Backseat Fighter and just the sorcerer have been mouse aggroed.
Okay, we'll find it later.
No,
It's
I want to find it and take care of it now.
Be right back.
so whilst that is happening, they are dealing with Tom and Jerry in their fucking household.
Let's see. Then, as we do, I can conspire where we're going to land. Let's see. Now, a quick question, DM.
Sure.
The map and the riverside. What's not the trail is heavy jungle, correct?
No, that's seems to be plains.
Oh, Okay.
Plains,
So
rolling hills.
okay. So easy to see people coming from. Okay. But
Fairly
they might
well.
only be looking at the roads. Mm.
Way of the Manticore and the trail that leads north and south, those are fairly heavy traveled.
Yeah. So,
Main thoroughfares.
but that also means that if they want the space big, they could be watching the roads as these guys seem to be cloak and dagger, so they might have just like a couple travelers, maybe a traveling priest or two, just kind of walking along or different points, probably like a crossroads, stuff like that, just to kind of.
Yeah, you've had some experience in this area. Go ahead and give me just a general intelligence roll.
Ooh, all right, DM. I will do that for sure. Intelligence roll. For me, it is a 18, DM.
The general knowledge of this area that you kind of picked up over the years was long ago, forest covered this land all the way from the hills to the south of the jungle, all the way up to the very coastline. But over a period of time, centuries of logging, farming, and war has transformed the landscape. Now this area is pretty that you're seeing right here, as you kind of cross across the Wyvern Run, is rolling grassy plains that travel between the Wyvern Run and the vast swamp. There's low hills, abrupt crevices, high, small, tangled glens, rushing streams, and cold clear pools.
So kind of, yeah. So then, if that's the case, since Krizo is here, I'll kind of, Krizo, tell me now. Your people, I know that they're not cowards, but in this situation, would they be as far away from the people or close?
Given with the tribalistic nature of our people, DM, I imagine we probably sent out scouting parties.
Yeah.
Well, like the main tribe has probably more.
Yeah, centuries ago, when this was run wild, it wasn't common for the lizard folk to like assault, like long before Janeda was a major, or a city. They'd make raids into the village and kidnap children and whatever they could make off with. But as
lizard folk takeaway.
Yeah, but as time went by, they've kind of learned to deal with each other's existence without too much strife. I mean, there's been here and there. Your clan, especially the ghouls, have been more open to trade with other humanoids than some of the shadow scales and stuff like that, who really aren't too fond of
the shadow scales or the Wanties or the
the three clans, the ghouls, Poison Dusk, and the Black Scales, tend to be a little more open to it.
Yeah, he kind of like points to them out and he relays out to like the Dietrich. Anything that maybe send scouts, but not full tribe. That's not right now. At least, I don't think.
So, and your dad said that he was in the swamp, right?
Yes.
So
when we rest and once Grazer got some sleep in him, he can contact and get more, maybe something a little bit more. Grazer, do not know why you use the material concrete to be so sure of stuff, but that.
Well, I'm being honest here, Krizo. I might be able to find out where your tribe is. Now, to be honest, as I point to the last refuge, they're keeping this secret, which means they probably don't want your people lingering around it, which means your people may have gone further And because your people like to trade, as I point to the very bottom corner of the swamp, right by the main trail, I go, your people might be here. And if that is the case, this is an advantage to us because we don't want them to know we're coming. The element of surprise, for our crusade. And your people have an intimate knowledge of the swamp. You do as well. So they might expect somebody to walk over the plains, which is very easy to do. Like, I would do that if that was my perspective. And they might have people looking. For example, do you remember how the priests were part of them and they were hiding in plain sight?
Mm-hmm.
They might have travelers on the road, a traveling priest, a bum. Doesn't matter. This person could be a agent for them, of course. And if that's the case, they might be watching the roads. And if we disembark there and go up the Bullock Trail and then instantly turn, they might know that we're coming, and we might walk into a surprise. But if we go down the way of the Manicore and then head into the swamp, which by then they shouldn't, hopefully, we just look like travelers and not going in their way. We can sneak at night into the swamp, find your people, or maybe you can tell them to meet us there. We can figure out what they're doing, and then if we venture through the swamp towards them, it's going to be a lot harder to see us, because I remember the last swamp we were in, there's trees, there's other things that we can hide, and it won't be as easy to find, because those plains, if you get someone pretty high, you can see for miles, especially if they have good eyes.
Did you take it to me?
So if we head up there and go over the swamp, it's gonna be a longer trip, but that's my best guess.
Well, it take us around about 2 days if we're going down this path anyway, so Krizo can get more of a general idea from Dada Krizo.
But again, you understand this better than I do, and Pritchard and Nindra understand it much better, but that's just my guess. It's looking at this maps and where we can head off. The only thing though is that we're gonna have to ditch the boat somewhere, because if we roll in right at the way of the Manicore and we just get off, they might instantly know that something is up, because this is their boat.
This is Rita's lock territory, so very good at sneaking around. So we can cover boat up in foliage.
Yes. Just so you know, they might discover it eventually, but hopefully too late.
So okay, as long as we get jump on them.
Yes.
How long have we been traveling for anyway, DM? As we're like going down. Oh, okay. So I thought we'd been like on there.
No.
It's I'll no, wait for the input from those two.
Yes.
See if it's a good plan or not.
So okay, the convoy is still dealing with Krizo snakes, I think. That looks like a very defeated Krizo snake.
Today's session has been sponsored by In Real Life Find Familiar.
No, I'm honestly like in the 5 years we've been out of character. In the 5 years we've been together, this is going to sound bad. The most concerned I've been about her bird, because I thought I was going crazy out of the corner of my eye. I thought I saw like a shadow, and I thought I saw something going across the cage. And she's up at the top of her cage playing with something. I'm watching, and when it's moving, there was a shadow. But then I looked over there a couple times, and she was on the other end, not touching shit. And then, so I was concerned that it was going to get in the cage and hurt her bird. And she's like, "No, she'll be fine." I'm like, "You're telling me your bird's going to go gang gang on that fucking mouse if it gets in there?" She's like,
Okay,
"Yeah."
we were in Arizona. We had mice. They didn't fuck with the bird because the bird can kill them.
Okay, if you guys back.
Sorry,
so
guys.
Let's go ahead and continue. We got
So to reiterate to you two, I was given the task of finding where we would land, and I brought out the plan that we would go down the Wyvern Run towards the way of the Manicore on the little map we have, we would hide the boat because they know that's at their boat. So if we just show up with their boat, they might know, because there might be travelers on the roads, because these are heavily traveled, that might be playing as something, because the priests are playing as something. They might have bums playing as spies. We don't want them to know that we're coming. So he proposed that we go on the way, hide the boat with foliage, as Kreeza's idea as well, to hide it with foliage. We would disembark. We would travel on the way of the Manicore, because best guess, Kreeza's people is at the edge of the swamp, because they want to keep that lost refuge secret. So they won't want lizardfolk poking around. So they might be probably at the very end of the swamp down to the south, because they also like to trade with people. And the way of the Manicore is a well-traveled road. So that's how you trade with people, by a trade road. So what we would do is walk down the way of the Manicore all the way to the near the edge of the swamp, and then in the middle of the night we will venture into the swamp, find his people, and then we will approach the lost refuge from the swamp, because it's gonna be harder for them to detect us, because we'll be walking across plains if we go the direct route, and put somebody high up, you can see for miles in the plains, and you can't really hide. In the swamp, we might have a better chance of catching them unawares, which might be a benefit. And he looks towards you two to see if this plan has merit or not.
Sounds feasible and sounds well thought out.
It does. It's coming in from that direction is probably one that they would expect, considering the train you'd have to go through.
Mm-hmm. I always learned that when you case a place, always hit it from the most unexpected angle. That's how you get the most loot out of it. This is a different concept, but
Smart.
Because it's smart, Kreeza thought of it.
yes, Kreeza thought of it. That was 100% Kreeza.
Yes, 100% Kreeza's idea.
All right.
100%.
Do I believe that at all?
All right. As you steer the catamaran south towards the way of the Manicore, your plan of execution thoroughly in your mind. The thoughts of Kreeza, the thoughts of your family, possible in peril. We're gonna go ahead and end session tonight, guys. And
Thank you guys for bearing with me at the end for the mouse fiasco.
we will.
That's-
No problem, man. It's
Thanks for all that watched tonight.
yeah, that's got to be a first.
I've got to find familiar to kill.
So with that in mind, we'll pick this up next week, guys, and see what happens with our party as they travel towards the vast swamp. We're still running tomorrow, Tori?
That's the plan.
All right. So if you guys stay tuned tomorrow, we'll be picking back up with the mist adventures of Awning Portal. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night.
See you
Good
for the
night.
next